Well, I figure anytime you find yourself walking alongside a random highway in the Texas Hill Country, you must be having a good day. And we certainly are. We're here checking out a historic site slash music venue, sort of ghost town, if you will, almost. But enough about that. First, we're going to start off by checking out a small family cemetery plot up here. Now, I expect a lot of people don't even notice these grave sites here on their rush to get into town. But thanks to the miracle of geocaching, we don't get to overlook sites like this. And instead, we get to come check them out. So that headstone there belongs to Wilhelm Schumann, 1822 to 1880. And we're going to hear his name in a bit here as I tell you a bit more about the place where we are visiting. So let's spin the camera around and show you. So if you know the 1977 song by Waylon Jennings, you've undoubtedly heard of Luckenbach, Texas, also known as Back to the Basics of Love. And we're here to check out Luckenbach, Texas.
Maybe it's time we got down to some basics in love. Let's go to Luckenbach, Texas, with Waylon and Willie and the boys.
All right, so forgive me, I'm just going to read this here. But basically, Luckenbach was established as a trading post in 1849. The post office, general store, and beer joint opened up in 1886 by August Engel, a preacher from Germany. His daughter, Mina, chose Luckenbach in honor of her fiancé, Albert Luckenbach. The trading post, was for the farmers and the Comanches of the area. And a steam-powered cotton gin was built on the banks of Grape Creek in 1879, ran until 1925. By 1885, they had a blacksmith and a school. So in 1970, Benno Engel retired as postmaster, put the whole town up for sale, and a small family cemetery that we showed you at the beginning there was part of the deal. Wilhelm Schumann, who was an original settler in the area, basically that's his family plot there, and it was agreed that that plot should remain undisturbed after the town was sold. So I'll kind of give you an overlook of the town site. It was a little hard to walk and read at the same time, so that was a little bit awkward. Basically today, it functions primarily, it seems, as a music venue, tourist site, that sort of thing. And we're gonna go check it out. How it became a music venue is that in the 1970s, Hondo Crouch and some of his buddies purchased the property and basically started hanging out here, playing cards, playing dominoes, playing some music and things. They started having some events, and it just kind of kept growing and growing on itself, and then that's eventually when the song ended up getting written. It's not a Waylon Jennings penned creation, he just did the recording of it. And here's kind of a Texas Historical Commission plaque that kind of gives you the overview of things right from the days as a trading post right through to John Crouch purchasing it in 1970. And while it doesn't say so, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume this is a picture of John himself. Aww. And if you're starting to get kind of the Rowley, Alberta ghost town vibe, we got the exact same feeling. Same sort of idea. So we're just heading up the road here. I believe this is still part of Luckenbach Township Loop Road, which I assume was probably the main road into the town back in the days. And we're heading up towards the Engel house. So the Engel family developed and lived in Luckenbach until 1970. And it was in 1973 that country rocker Jerry Jeff Walker recorded an album here and basically kind of really put the town on the map as a music destination. There's another Texas historical plaque in front of the house. We'll see how accurate my rendition was compared to what the official plaque says. I'm basically reading off the Adventure Lab cache that's hidden here, so that's why. I don't know if you'll be able to read that with it being backlit by the sun, but I'll kind of scroll down slowly here for you, and you can pause as necessary if you want to read more. But basically talking about post office was discontinued in 1971 after 85 years of continuous service. And here we go. Again, apologize, probably not the best view of the house just with where the sun is right now. But I'll get what I can of it for you. And we're making our way over here to another stop towards the old cotton gin. I believe I mentioned that earlier on in this video. It's a beautiful piece of property, even if it didn't have the whole country music connection. It's still just fantastic place. Okay, so a detour on the way to the cotton gin. I saw this mailbox up on top of this tree or tree stump, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, what is that? And it turns out it's an airmail pole. So basically a 20-foot pole with a mailbox as a launching chute. And it was a chicken launcher to basically push chickens out to do chicken flying contests from a fellow who did it for the World's Fair. So there you go. I've never seen a chicken launcher before.
Greetings, civilians. Colonel Stacy here. Some of my close friends call me Teresa. To mark the occasion, we use the newly designed double chicken cannon. Conrad Black. Fire!
Check that off the list of things I didn't know I hadn't seen yet. So having been distracted by the chicken launcher, walked past this. While there's no sign here saying what it was, I have to believe that this is the remains of that cotton gin that operated here up until 1925. Don't quote me on that. I'm going from memory, and you know what my memory is like. But it's pretty cool that these industrial remnants are still here 100 years after the fact. You can see there was obviously some sort of building here by the looks of it that has since collapsed, or at least some wood framing that held the industrial components. And then the boiler and things. Eli Whitney, was he cotton gin guy?
Yeah.
Woo! Look at me go. I remember that from elementary school. And we're gonna cut through this dry creek bed, head over towards the music venue. Sounds like the music has stopped currently, but that's okay. And my apologies if your name is Bjob. You are not allowed here. No, Bjob, no. And this will all probably get cut for copyright reasons, but